Jamie Cox has flown so quietly under the radar en route to challenging world super-middleweight champion George Groves at Wembley Arena this Saturday night that most people are asking Jamie who so is Cox broke cover when asked how he supposes he can wreck all the best-laid plans for Groves, the 1/8 odds-on favorite, to go on to a super fight against Chris Eubank Jr. in January. The cryptic vehemence of his answer is startling. "I'm not the underdog," he says, "I'm the undertaker." But then you discover that he makes a habit of defying the odds. Surprisingly, the softly spoken and seemingly unassuming Cox has overturned an assault charge involving an Estonian stripper and confounded the medical specialist who told him he would never box again after shattering his hand. "No wonder," he says, "after going through the mill like I have, George is just another fight for me to win." Cox made the acquaintance of the unclad young lady from Eastern Europe on a night out with the lads at a strip club in London's West End last year. Their brief affair ended with him taking repossession of his mobile phone and her accusing him of assault. After being found guilty at magistrate's court, he was held in prison on remand for a month while he launched an appeal. That was successful. The conviction was struck from the record, and he received a legal apology. The consequent absence from the ring followed 2 years in which he gave up boxing after sustaining multiple fractures of his left hand. "A specialist told me that, although he could fuse the bones, I would not be able to fight again," he says. Cox took up work stacking motor parts in a Swindon superstore until he was advised to seek a second medical opinion. That resulted in a bone graft which made his hand more solid than before the injury. The hand in question is his left, with which, as a southpaw, he has inflicted the majority of the 13 knockouts in his unbeaten 24-fight career. The sparseness of that record for a 31-year-old is explained by those periods of inactivity, which have also kept him waiting until now for this unexpected appearance on the World Championship stage. Cox has not been involved in any fight on the scale of St. George's world title campaigns, and Groves says of his Old England amateur team roommate, "We will see if he is capable of making this giant leap." "I'm not sure he is, and he must be wondering." Cox responds, "George is talking about me failing." What about him failing 3 times in world title fights, twice against Carl Froch, before winning his WBA belt? "I'm ready for this. If he's not as hungry and prepared as me, it will be to his detriment." Cox has moved quickly up 2 divisions from light middleweight on his way to inclusion in the new World Super Series tournament, in which Chris Eubank awaits Saturday's winner in a January semi-final following his barnstorming KO win over Anvi Yildirim in Stuttgart. Should Groves come through, contingency plans are in hand for a possible shift of venue on January 20th to either Chelsea's or Fulham's football ground. Cox says, "I'm here to spoil all that." I entered this tournament to win it and prove that I'm the best super middleweight. The first step towards that will be taking George's title. Groves v Cox will be televised live on ITV Box Office this Saturday night at £9.75.